Unlike the previous action platformer entries of the Mega Man franchise, Mega Man Battle Network is a real-time tactical RPG. To progress through the game, the player must alternately navigate the outside world as Lan Akari and the net as Mega Man.exe, each containing certain tasks that must be completed to allow advancement in the other. Controlling Lan, the player may travel around the world map, interact with non-player characters, check email, purchase items, initiate net missions, or speak with Mega Man.exe through his PET. In contrast with traditional Mega Man entries, in which battle and movement through the levels happen in the same setting, Battle Network's combat occurs only by battling computer viruses within the net. This cyber world is represented by a series of branching pathways and nodes, where Mega Man.exe can travel to both new and previously visited locations, find and purchase items, and fight viruses. Battles do not generally appear on the field screen of the net, but are usually set as random encounters. The battlefield itself is made up of 18 tiles divided into two groups of 9, one group being space in which Mega Man.exe may freely move, and the other group being space inhabited by enemies. Akin to other Mega Man games, Mega Man.exe possesses an arm cannon called the Mega Buster. The player can transition among the 9 provided tiles and fire the Mega Buster at enemies from across the screen. The objective of each battle is to delete all the viruses by reducing their hit points, HP, to 0. If Mega Man.exe own health depletes, a game over occurs. Certain power-up programs can be found that upgrade Mega Man.exe HP, defense, or Mega Buster power. The Mega Buster is quite weak on its own, so in order to delete viruses more efficiently, the player must access special abilities called battle chips. These are minor programs that contain data that the Navi can utilize to perform more powerful attacks, summon other Navis for help, or execute supportive actions, such as restoring HP or destroying tiles on the enemy's side of the battlefield. Battle chips are uploaded to Mega Man.exe by Lan's PET in a process called customization. Each turn in battle presents the player with 5 random chips from which to choose, though the player is limited to chips of the same variety or chips with the same alphabetic code. Once the battle gauge, or custom gauge, at the top of the screen fills during battle, another random set of chips can be chosen from a general pool called the folder. At any given time, the player may only have exactly 30 chips in the folder from which the customization process may draw. The player is only allowed to carry up to 10 of the same kind of chip and up to 5 Navi summon chips in the folder. However, a player may possess any number of other chips in inactive reserve called the sack, which may be moved to the active folder outside of battle. Every chip and enemy is aligned to one of 5 elements: neutral, fire, water, electric, and wood. If Mega Man.exe hits an enemy with an attack aligned to an element they are weak against, the attack will do double damage. Battle Network features a very limited multiplayer option. Up to 2 players may connect with each other using a game link cable and then give or trade battle chips. Players may also engage in battles with one another. The test battle mode has no stakes, whereas the real battle mode allows the winning player to take a battle chip from the loser. Mega Man Battle Network has been generally well received, holding aggregate score of 80% on game rankings and 79 out of 100 on Metacritic. The graphics of Battle Network were overall favored by reviewers. IGN Craig Harris, GameSpy contributor James Fudge, and Christian Brogger of Game Informer were all impressed by the game's crisp, colorful style and futuristic locales. As far as the sound was concerned, Justin Spear of GameSpot opined that the music appropriately matched the rich visuals. Brogger otherwise accepted the sound as enough to get by, but that nothing would be missed if it were turned off. Harris comparably stated that the standard Japanese tunage could have been given a bit more variety. The reviewers gave mixed opinions of the game's storyline. Though Brogger called it engrossing, Harris recognized the plot as the game's one major fault, describing it as kiddie and disliking the consistent use of computer terminology for character names. Spear similarly summarized, "If there's something that might hold you back from enjoying the game, it's the lighthearted and somewhat goofy story. However, the game doesn't take itself too seriously, so neither should you."